August 18, 2017. Mitchell Starc will miss Australia's limited overs tour of India due to a slower-than-expected recovery from an injury to his right foot. Australia's selectors have named a 14-man ODI squad and a 13-man T20 group for the tour, with the uncapped Hilton Cartwright in line for a one-day debut and fast bowler Jason Barrendorf a chance of making his Australia debut in T20s. Notably, Tim Paine was preferred as wicketkeeper in the T20 side ahead of Matthew Wade, while there was also a T20 recall for all-rounder Daniel Christian, who last played for Australia in 2014. Fellow all-rounder James Faulkner has returned to the ODI squad, along with spin bowling all-rounder Ashton Agar and fast bowler Nathan Coulter-Nile, who is returning from a back injury. Nathan brings raw pace to the side with good variation, national selector Trevor Hone said. It is great to see him back from injury, and we are hopeful he will have a big impact in this series. James Faulkner is a solid one-day campaigner and is very familiar with subcontinent conditions, coming off a very good tour of Sri Lanka last year. We hope that he will take his chance in returning to the one-day side. Hilton is an aggressive striker of the ball, and we think his game will be well suited to the transition to short-form cricket. National T20 selector Mark Waugh said the overall standards being set in the BBL and also the IPL are very high, and the players selected have impressed in these tournaments. Jason Barrendorf has been a standout performer for the Scorchers for a number of seasons and deserves his chance at this level. Dan Christian is a very experienced all-rounder who can be a very dangerous batsman. He had a solid IPL season this year, and we believe his bowling will be well suited to the conditions we will face in India. Tim Paine has been called up following his successful home T20 international and Big Bash campaigns. Paine made his international return in February this year, playing a series of home T20s against Sri Lanka, while the Test squad was already in India, and these marked his first international games for nearly 6 years. Starc suffered stress fractures of the foot during Australia's Test tour of India earlier this year, and upon returning from the Champions Trophy in England it was discovered they had not fully healed. He was left out of Australia's Test squad to tour Bangladesh, with the intention of being fit for the series in India, but Australia are now targeting the Ashes for his international return. Mitchell Starc has been excluded from the two squads as he continues his return from a right foot injury, team physio David Beakley said. We have recently reviewed the progress of Mitchell's right foot injury, and the healing process has been slower than we would have liked. Consequently, in order to ensure his best possible preparation for the Ashes, he will be unavailable for the Tour of India and will continue his rehab in Australia with an aim to have him play for New South Wales in the domestic One-Day Cup. The Tour of India will take place between September 17 and October 13. ODI squad Stephen Smith capped, David Warner, Ashton Agar, Hilton Cartwright, Nathan Coulter-Nile, Patrick Cummins, James Faulkner, Aaron Finch, Josh Hazlewood, Travis Head, Glenn Maxwell, Marcus Stoinis, Matthew Wade Weeks, Adam Zampa T20 squad Stephen Smith capped, David Warner vice-capped, Jason Barrendorf, Dan Christian, Nathan Coulter-Nile, Patrick Cummins, Aaron Finch, Travis Head, Moises Henriques, Glenn Maxwell, Tim Paine Weeks, Kane Richardson, Adam Zampa,